In the early 2000s, the name BlackBerry was synonymous with business communication. It was a time when the smartphone landscape was just beginning to take shape, and BlackBerry was leading the charge. With its secure email capabilities and physical keyboard, it quickly became the go-to device for professionals who needed to stay connected while on the move. But how did this titan of technology, once a staple in the pockets of business leaders worldwide, find itself on the brink of obscurity? BlackBerry, originally founded as Research in Motion, RIM, in 1984 by Mike Lazaridis and Douglas Freegan, began as a modest startup focused on wireless communication technology. The company gained traction with its innovative pager systems, but it wasn't until the launch of the BlackBerry 850 in 1999 that it truly found its niche. This device integrated email, a feature that would soon become its hallmark. By the early 2000s, BlackBerry had transformed into a cultural phenomenon, with its devices being adopted not only by corporate executives but also by politicians and celebrities. The BlackBerry was more than just a phone. It was a status symbol, a tool that represented efficiency and connectivity in an increasingly digital world. The rise of BlackBerry can be attributed to several key factors. First and foremost, the company recognized the importance of security in business communications. In a time when data breaches and cyber threats were becoming more prevalent, BlackBerry's encryption technology set it apart from competitors. Companies and government agencies trusted BlackBerry devices to keep their sensitive information safe, which solidified its position in the enterprise market. Additionally, the physical keyboard was a game changer, allowing users to type emails and messages with speed and accuracy that touchscreen devices at the time could not match. However, the landscape of mobile technology was rapidly evolving. In 2007, Apple launched the iPhone, a device that would redefine the smartphone experience. The iPhone's sleek design, intuitive touchscreen interface, and app ecosystem appealed to consumers in a way that BlackBerry had not anticipated. While BlackBerry continued to focus on its core business audience, Apple and later Android manufacturers began to capture the attention of a broader market, offering not just communication tools, but an entire lifestyle experience. BlackBerry's leadership, while initially successful, struggled to adapt to this new reality. The company was slow to embrace the shift towards touchscreen technology and the burgeoning app economy. Their attempts to innovate, such as the launch of the BlackBerry Storm in 2008, were met with mixed reviews. The Storm's touchscreen interface was clunky, and users found it frustrating compared to the fluidity of the iPhone. This misstep highlighted a growing disconnect between BlackBerry's vision and the desires of modern consumers. As competition intensified, BlackBerry's market share began to dwindle. By the early 2010s, the company was losing ground to rivals like Apple and Samsung, who were not only capturing the consumer market, but also appealing to businesses with their own secure solutions. The introduction of BYOD, bring your own device policies in workplaces, further complicated matters. Employees began to prefer using their personal devices, which were often iPhones or Android phones, leading to a decline in BlackBerry's enterprise sales. Despite these challenges, BlackBerry did not immediately falter. The launch of the BlackBerry 10 operating system in 2013 was an ambitious attempt to reclaim market relevance. It featured a modern user interface and promised to integrate seamlessly with existing BlackBerry services. However, the timing was off. By then, the momentum had shifted dramatically towards competitors, and BlackBerry was unable to attract developers to build apps for its new platform. The lack of a robust app ecosystem was a critical blow, as consumers began to perceive BlackBerry as outdated and irrelevant. The decline of BlackBerry was not merely a tale of technological missteps. It was also a story of missed opportunities. The company had the chance to pivot and redefine itself, but it clung too tightly to its identity as a business-focused device. It failed to recognize the shifting priorities of consumers who craved multifunctional devices that could cater to both personal and professional needs. The rise of social media, mobile gaming, and multimedia capabilities further marginalized BlackBerry, which had not positioned itself as a player in these emerging markets. By the mid-2010s, BlackBerry's market share had plummeted to less than 1%. The once mighty brand had lost its foothold in both the consumer and enterprise markets. In 2016, BlackBerry announced that it would cease manufacturing its own smartphones, a decision that marked the end of an era. The company shifted its focus towards software and services, including cybersecurity and enterprise mobility solutions. While this pivot was necessary for survival, it was a far cry from the glory days when BlackBerry devices dominated the market. The lessons learned from BlackBerry's rise and fall are numerous and poignant. First, it underscores the importance of adaptability in the tech industry. Companies must remain vigilant and responsive to changing consumer preferences and emerging technologies. BlackBerry's failure to innovate in a timely manner led to its decline, demonstrating that complacency can be a fatal flaw in a rapidly evolving landscape. Moreover, the narrative of BlackBerry highlights the significance of understanding market dynamics. The company underestimated the impact of consumer behavior and the shift towards personal devices in the workplace. Engaging with customers and anticipating their needs is crucial for sustained success. Lastly, BlackBerry's story is a reminder that technology is not just about creating products, it's about creating experiences. The brands that thrive are those that can offer comprehensive solutions that resonate with users on multiple levels. In conclusion, the rise and fall of BlackBerry is a cautionary tale for businesses in the tech sector. It illustrates the delicate balance between innovation and market relevance and the necessity of embracing change. While BlackBerry may no longer be a dominant player in the smartphone market, its legacy serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of adaptability, customer engagement, and the ever-evolving nature of technology.